I hope that song is stuck in your head all day. So the point of my story is that our children know that when we leave, we're going to come back. Youth and children that have been in or are in care don't have that shadow of a doubt knowledge that mom and dad will return. My daughter struggles with me leaving for work because her brain developed an insecurity of when I wouldn't return during the ages of 2 to 4. She is now 7, but her brain formed, and it formed to this insecurity, this trauma. She only dealt with me leaving for 1.5 years. She was not bounced around from home to home, but instead she stayed with family, and she's still struggling. Imagine what is going on in the heads of our youth and our children who have done this for years and moved multiple times. My daughter and I work on this every day. I think I reiterate my plans for the week every day, 3 times a day, just so that she knows my plans are not changing, and I will come home. I don't think that it helped any that her brother Benjamin did not come home to live with us, but that he in fact was adopted by my former foster family. I think this played a role in her insecurity of, well, mommy left Ben, is she going to leave me? Understand, I know not much is going to change, but I'm trying to help reshape her brain, knowing that that window of opportunity isn't available for a few more years, and that she will still have that fear. I'm just hoping to lessen it. Permanency is more than just a word. It's more than just a goal. It's a way of life. There is not one person sitting in this room that doesn't have some form of permanency in their life. Best practice has shown us that family finding, reunification, adoption, legal guardianship are all parts of the cycle to finding that needed permanency for our youth. In my case, family finding was very minimal. I went straight to foster care along with my sister. My brother went to live with his biological dad. We were all split up, and we rarely saw each other growing up. What was best practice back then has changed dramatically from what it is today, and it's for the better. Siblings can stay together and not lose everything familiar all at once. As much as we would like to be able to heal, fix, and make everything better for our youth, to keep those memories from coming back and to be able to hug away their pain, it's not our job. It's not something that we can do for them. It's something that they have to do on their own. Accept it is what it is, and you can't change the past. You can only move forward. Adapt. Let good enough be good enough. Understand that nothing is perfect, and it never is. Persevere. Just keep swimming. Keep pushing forward. Nothing worth being proud of ever came easy. And repeat. Every day is a new day. Don't dwell on yesterday and what went off course. Keep repeating that cycle of change. Our job is to not make them have to start that process all over again with every move they might have to make. Our youth have to do these things on their own with guidance from us, but we cannot do it for them. We can only be there to help answer questions, to sit with them through their emotions, and then there will be triumph. When they believe that this life is theirs for the taking, that they can have a different life than their parents, that's when there's triumph. These come in many shapes and forms. One person's triumph may not be another person's. A triumph for a child ages 4 to 5 might be being able to tie their shoes on their own. A triumph for a child that's been in care and has had no real parental teaching might be being able to get dressed with their clothes on the correct way at 7. A triumph for a teen that's been in and out of care, back and forth between home and care, might be getting into college and not having to worry about where to sleep that night because they have a dorm to sleep in, not just a couch at a friend's house. Triumph might even look like a youth finally opening up to their true feelings with a caseworker or a mentor. Triumph could be finally getting a peaceful night's sleep because they feel safe. These obstacles never go away. It's always going to be a part of life. Some obstacles may not be seen as an obstacle from one person to another. We have all seen a child struggle to put their past behind them. We have all said that your past doesn't define who you are. But if we look at our youth and our children in care, it does define them. It does show who they are. Until they have fully dealt with their past and they've come to terms with that's who they are and that's where they came from, but that they have the ability to change their future, nothing will change for them. They will not be able to thrive. And that's why it's our responsibility to keep telling our youth that they are so much more than the hand that they were dealt. Why it's so important to be the one to lift them up when situations have them feeling less than optimistic. I want to send you all off with a charge. Something to keep in mind as you go through your daily routine of checking in on your youth or going to your visits or sitting in court, whatever it is that you do on a daily basis. I want you to really look at those children and imagine yourself in their shoes, with their past, at their age and development, and see if you would be able to understand everything around you. Keeping in mind all those potential triggers that could pop up at any moment, having those feelings of unrest, and needing reassurance that everything will be okay. Not knowing if you'll ever see your siblings again or your parents. I want you to really think about if you were in their position, how well would you thrive? There are adults that have been in this field for years, even decades, and then there are those that are fairly new to the occupation. Each one of you wanting to do the best and striving for the best possible outcome for these children. Maybe we need to look at things from a different perspective. Not so much as, well, the child isn't thriving here, so I think we need to move him, but why isn't he thriving? Has he moved several times already? Are there siblings that he hasn't been in contact with? Has he had any successful counseling sessions? Does he feel loved, safe, secure, needed? These are questions that I think of when I talk to my youth. I think their emotional health and well-being, not only just their physical safety. Because as we all learn today, the brain shapes and it can reshape, and we can help them reshape their brain into something better.